Performance testing in schools. So, what exactly is a performance test? Performance-based assessments involve different methods of teaching and appraising children based on how they complete specific tasks or activities, as opposed to more traditional test formats. Benefits. Performance testing gives teachers a good understanding of where a student is at with their work and if they are improving or not. There can be different performance tests that can be held for students to complete, including using their own knowledge of subjects that they may have learned about in the past, and using other skills like problem solving as an example. One well-known performance test is NAPLAN. This test is completed by students at specific ages so that the government can constantly have an insight into how children are learning. Maybe some may need more attention than others if they are struggling to understand the questions given to them. The tests need to consist of different topics that have been learnt in class, as it gives evidence to the teacher that what they are doing is working within the classroom. Parents are able to see their child's level compared to the national standards and figure out whether they need to improve in any areas of focus which the student can work towards. Negative effects. Having tests like this can also have a negative effect on students even though it has been put in place to help them overall. It has been reported that 90% of students feel more stressed leading up to these exams. Many students do believe that tests like these do disrupt their learning and make them worry over nothing. It can affect the student's confidence in how they might be feeling while learning as an ethical view. It can program the child into thinking this is all that matters in life, doing well in performance exams. What is the issue? NAPLAN is simply a performance-based test that gives teachers an idea and understanding of how the students are going with the topics they are learning in class. But in the past, this has not been proven to be a positive thing for the students to go through. Many students spend countless hours studying for NAPLAN and not focusing on what they should be doing in class while learning. This adds an immense amount of pressure on students when they really shouldn't even be worrying about this specific exam, and they should be worrying about what they are learning in class at that specific time. The intentions around NAPLAN's implementations are undoubtedly sound. Few could argue against its broad objectives. Problems, though, continue to be raised about its implementation, application, and use of data. The literacy and numeracy skills of children are evaluated nationally through NAPLAN. Over the past 10 years, there has been significant legislative activity in the areas of performativity and accountability, leading to the development of standards for teachers, benchmarks for students' accomplishments, and other technologies that standardize and universalize educational experiences. These tools inevitably make it possible to measure and account for accomplishments. However, they frequently have unforeseen consequences that can be detrimental. Research has identified some of the unforeseen outcomes. There are times when parents' involvement in the educational process becomes narrowly focused on their child's and the school's performance. And there are times when teachers feel pressured to concentrate their teaching efforts on learning and abilities that will be tested. The body of knowledge. Joe Allywood and others state in the Journal of Education Policy that clearly infants and young children's capacities are evolving, and they do require adult support and protection. Different ways in how this can be improved. Providing help for those students that may not do so well in these performance tests so that they can improve slowly. Making sure that all students are comfortable while taking the test. If they need special help or must complete it differently because of other circumstances, this should be provided for them. Strengthen the annual NAPLAN report by including more analysis on learning gain and by contextualizing comparisons among different states and locations. Support third-party reporting that uses NAPLAN data by being able to access it easier for individual student data and improving the connections to other data that has been collected. Don't make the exams as formal so the students don't feel as much pressure.